Hello and welcome to the Two Ace Podcast, the podcast designed to help you manifest your Two Ace mindset. My name is Josh Brooks and my one focus is success through the art of discipline and flow. I hope you enjoy the episode. Now let's get right into it. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is you are listening to this. I hope you're having a good one. And today I'm going to be talking about analysis paralysis. Now, if you're a trader, you've probably come across this saying before, in that when you know too much about the charts, or you know too much about what's going on, you've got all these different indicators that you're aware of, and you've got all these different technical analysis tools and fundamental analysis tools and all these different things that you can base your trading off. Sometimes a lot of the things say buy, a lot of the things might say sell. So you've got so much evidence to suggest what you should do that you don't actually act in accordance to anything. So that's why it's called analysis paralysis. You've analysed it so in depth that you're now stuck. And the example of trading is just one that I'm sure some of you can relate to, and this can be applied to life, really. In that, when you know what you want to do, when you know where you want to go, sometimes you put in the work in, you keep learning about where you want to go and how you want to be, and sometimes there's so much information that you get distracted and you become anxious about what the future holds and where you actually need to go and how you're going to do it, and all these questions that you might have asked yourself, and you might not actually have the answers yet, and you've got so much going on that you don't know what to do. You don't know how to act, and that is what matters. It is in the moment. It's knowing what to do now and knowing how to act in accordance to what you have learned without becoming paralyzed. So this too much information, it does lead to an uncertain direction, because, like I said, with the example of trading, you got all these different indicators or all these different fundamentals telling you to buy, telling you to sell, and they're weighted so heavily in both directions that the uncertainty is so high that you just don't do anything. Now, the person that may not know as much as you may be high certainty because of what they do know. They're just acting on it. You know what I mean? So let's say you want to become the best swimmer of all time. I don't know. And in order to do that, you need to break it down. You need to find your goal, break it down into the necessary steps for you to do. And there might be so much going on that you need to do this. You need to do this training. You need to eat like this. You need to wake up at this time. You need to do this. And you might become paralyzed by all this information. Now, in order to overcome analysis paralysis, all you have to do, again, is internalize. It's like, right, what do I need to do in this moment? And when I've previously experienced analysis paralysis, what I do is I just write. I open my journal on my phone or whatever I can, and I just write. I write whatever's on my mind so I can see it. I then read it out loud. So I've written it into existence and I've spoken it into existence. Yeah? And that helps in knowing your next steps. You can write down your goal. You can see the steps that you need to do. And yeah, you might have 10 steps that you need to do, but you can't just jump straight to the 10th one. You've got to start at number 1. You've got to do that first, tick it off, boom. Number 2, boom. It might take some time, it might take longer than you thought, it might take shorter than you thought, even better, but analysis paralysis can cause, lack of motivation. It can cause high stress. You might be stressing for hours, days, whatever, just not knowing what to do because there's so much to do that you can't figure out the next step. And like I said, I personally think writing things down is the best way to overcome analysis paralysis, or just talking to yourself, talking to anyone, friends, family, some random stranger, just asking questions that you want the answer to, see what they say, and you never know, you might get the necessary perspective that you need. Analysis paralysis, it is about having that perspective shift. It's about realizing that you shouldn't just not act because there's so much to do, and that you're scared of whatever you do will negatively impact your long-term goal. And it might do, but you'll learn from that, etc. Analysis paralysis, it's important. Everyone experiences it, and all you have to know is it's temporary. There are ups and there are downs, but sometimes there are periods of consolidation where there is no up, there is no down. It is just flat. And all you have to do is act. And with that, as always, remain consistent, achieve dreams. I've been your host, Josh. 2 Ace, 1 Focus.